Nice.
It smells better than it. Yeah, yeah. Oh, thank you, Emma, for doing the floor and that. I didn't know you were doing that. I've just been going through the video for the air ambulance, and Holly sent us through a clip. Have you seen the clip though?
Yes,
when yeah.
She looks very awkward.
Yeah, yeah. But I think they called us awesome. But I think, to be honest, that compared to them, we're distinctly average.
Yes, well, they're flying helicopters whilst I'm cleaning up poo and pee.
Was there? Well, someone's got to do it. It's an important job, and I'm
yeah.
really pleased you're doing it because it means that I haven't got to do it.
I'm Bradley Farm's PA. I spoke to Holly about it last night. I'm her PA, your PA.
Oh, do you want a card?
No.
We can get you an official Farmer P PA card.
And this is volunteering because I don't get paid.
What's that noise?
Can't come down.
No, I think it's a violin.
I've got every right to. That was gross.
Was it?
Well, there's still a little bit there. I'm going to get the scrubber on it.
Oh, yeah. And somebody miss.
Somebody.
Your husband spends quite a lot of time in your mind.
I know.
Yeah.
That's why I don't mind doing it.
He's not short now, because you reckon someone's been stood having a wheel at that. She's complaining that you made a mess in there.
No, not you.
Skiddies.
Blokes.
Yeah. Apparently you're a bunch of skid mark levers.
You go in there.
I don't go in there.
Don't you like
No, I know, I don't go in there.
That won't be in the play bin.
No, I don't go in there. I've got my...
Just got the
I was on the carpet.
Yeah. What do you want the vacuum cleaner for?
To hoover that. I know it's not going to last very long, but if you're going to do a job...
You got to bring her up Henry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll bring you up, Henry.
Yeah. Oh, that was only fractionally patronising, wasn't it? That's good boy, Mikey. Put her in her place. You put her in her place.
I know you're going home. Sorry, don't
Anyway, morning world, and welcome to Thursday, 25th of April. And marital bliss is taking place in Piddly Squat over there. No, not that sort of marital bliss, but yeah. Just winding up my daughter, you know. It's the law. Morning, you lot. Everybody all right in here? All right in there? Everything dry? Everything, well, it's reasonably clean. Though I had a fresh bed yesterday. And in here, yeah, not too bad. Got the occasional turd around here, but we've been on poo watch for the last couple of days since we dosed the calves, and the calf poo is changing colour. It's going back to what I would call normal. They're a bit less squitty and a bit less mucousy, so hopefully, touch wood, we've sorted that. Lots of folks saying, oh, why don't you put the cattle outside, you won't have the problem. Well, I'll say again the reason why. We got TB testing in a couple of weeks, and although we would probably be able to get most of these animals back inside, most of them we get back inside, there will always be a couple that's going to go, nope, not going in there. And I could spend days, hours, whatever out there trying to get them in, and if they don't want to come in, it's really, really difficult to get them to come in. So we don't want to risk not having every animal in the building for TB testing. Once TB testing is completed, hopefully clear, but everything that is clear can then go out. Hence the reason we're having our Release the Beasts little event here on 11th, I think it is. So if you haven't seen that, we're doing a little fundraiser for a defibrillator, which we're going to have fitted here at the farm. It will go on the register then of defibrillators, so anybody in the locality or wherever else needs a defib, there will be one here. So we're raising funds for that. So it's not particularly for the farm. I'm pretty much hoping that nobody here is ever going to need it. You know, we're putting something in as a public footpath. People use the paths. There's lots of local folks. The more defibs around, this is something we learned when we went to visit the air ambulance last week. Defibs scattered. The more the merrier. They're scattered about everywhere. More defibs, the more lives we can save, and they can save. It just gives them that 10-minute window to keep somebody alive, keep somebody going before the emergency crews turn up. So Yeah, I mean, the defib is something we've been thinking about for a couple of years, but once we'd been and visit their ambulance and they told us how those things save lives, we decided to put one in ourselves. So we're raising money for that. I'll put the link for that fundraiser in the box below. 11th of May, we're having a Release the Beasts raffle. So people can come down and watch the cattle being let out if you want to. We're going to do it as a raffle ticket event. So you can buy a raffle ticket. You can buy as many as you want. And whoever gets their name pulled out the hat opens the gate. So it's a really simple, you know, some will say a bit of a prize, but it's literally there to raise money, not necessarily for the farm, but for a defib for everybody. So, hello, Nosy. I recognise you. You were the little fella I had an argument with the other day where you didn't want to take your medicine, didn't you? I had to use both hands on you, didn't I? Yeah. Little Mr. Butter wouldn't melt. Okay, so the cows next door want a bale. We're going to go and do that now. And then I think probably we're going to give, because it's dry, and hopefully it's going to stay reasonably dry now. I think the worst of the wet is over, I hope. We're going to get the power washer out and give this Mustang a jolly good steam clean. Actually, before that, I need a small pallet. Small pallet. Right, I'm going to be lazy now, and I'm probably going to regret being lazy because I'm probably going to break the pallet. But if this works, get off. Right, that's that bit done for a minute. I've got to go and do a little chore for our vets, do a little favour for our vets, and then back here, and I think what we'll do, we'll take the bucket off. Oh, shall I leave the bucket on? I'll do that as well. Yeah, we're going to give the skid steer a clean. I think it's going to be a little bit of a job. I think I need some waterproofs. You happy? Yeah? You look happy. How about you? You happy? Yeah. They're not. Well, not yet, because I shut them out to get a bit of muck out of the yard and give them some fresh grub, so now they're happy. You right there? Yeah? Just enjoying the breeze? Okay. So we're just heading down to Tyndale Vets to drop off an incubator, actually. Apparently nothing to do with eggs. They're conducting an experiment and they needed an incubator to do it. And I had a couple of spares and I said, yeah, have one. So I'm not going to be using it for a while. So that's where we're going. Drop that off, then back home, give the skid steer a jolly good soaking, clean off all the lumpy bits, and then, like I said, we're going to get the steam cleaner out and get all the dirt off the Mustang and probably all over me. That would be about normal. Right, it's stopped. I decided this morning that I was going to give the skid steer a jolly good steam cleaning. And that started with taking the machine out in the field and knocking off the worst of the loose stuff, because it gets all stuck up in here behind the wheels. There's no point trying to wash that off. You need to get in there and get your hands dirty. So that was an hour doing that. Then we parked it down in the yard here, and I thought, right, go and get the steam cleaner out. And literally, as I'm coming out of the shed with the power washer, it was like, oh, really? Really? Now? And it did. So, yeah, I got wetter than anticipated doing this. I mean, I was going to get moist doing it anyway, and I thought there's no point in me trying to video it because, well, you've seen me wash this thing enough times. Hang on a minute. Let's have that off of there. You've seen me wash this thing enough times. You didn't need to wash it again, and as it was raining, I thought, you know what, I'm just going to get on and do it. But yeah, I got really, really, really wet. So it's not quite as spotless as I'd kind of hoped, and I could get the steam cleaner out because it is there and have another go at it. But you know what? No, I think what we're going to do now, we're going to go and get grease gun, and we're going to put some grease all around the bushes and the pins and do that, and then we're going to put it away. But no, you won't mind. Okay, right. We've got the grease gun. We've got the gloves. I think I put a new cartridge in there not long ago, so we should be okay, but just in case I bought a spare one down as well, so right then. So I've put the grease gun on constant, so you can set this thing to do like 1, 2, 3, 4, just 5 pumps if you want, but I just got it on, so it's kind of limitless because I want to push the water out of here. So we're going to put plenty in. That's better. I didn't change the battery, the cartridge. All I did was pull the plunger out and stick it back in again. It must have just been an air bubble in there or something. Well, that one. There's just the fellas up in the top there to do then. So, right, I've got unlocked the arms. They are currently locked up with the tabs that are sticking out both sides before somebody tells me off for standing underneath an unsupported thing. It is supported. So, right, let's do that. Hopefully that seat's dry enough now. I'm not going to get wet ass. I am going to get a wet ass. It's going to happen. Right, need to get these fellas down in there. All right, and these can be a little bit of a bugger to get out of here sometimes. You got to tug it like you mean it. Go on, get on there. You in there. There you are. And that'll be it. Everything will be done. Sorted. Okay, we'll put him back to bed. There's nothing for him to do today. They got enough grub. They've got enough grub. They've got enough grub. That's kind of it for today. It's been a short and nondescript video today, simply because I washed this thing in the rain. It took bloody ages. I got very, very wet. I went at the house, And then I didn't come back down until it stopped raining. And basically all the jobs are done. That's the steam cleaner put away. That's a bit of a puff pushing it up that hill, believe it or not. Something that I wouldn't have batted an eyelid about a year or two back. Hello. But yeah, remember I said I'd be feeling a bit under the weather? Well, I went and had some bloods taken last week by the doctor. Apparently they looked for all the normal stuff. Do you mind? And apparently I'm perfectly healthy. Anyway, I had a chat with him again yesterday, and I told him about the coxie in the barn. And then he goes, "Ooh, you might have valley fever." Never ever heard of valley fever. Never heard of it. Didn't know what it was. And I said, "Oh, do you need a stool sample off me to..." No, bloods. He said, "It's a blood..." Okay, right. Okay, so I've been back... Oi, stop that. Been back up this morning. They've taken more blood out of me today. And I don't think it is, because I Googled it. And valley fever is a North American issue. It's not something we get over here. I'm not a salt block. You can't eat me, 183. Pack it in. I'm having a conversation here, right? So valley fever. Anybody out there ever had that? I'm just asking because I'd never heard of it. And when I Googled it, it was not even really a European or British thing. It's North American, and it's more fungal than parasitic. But he said, yeah, well, all the symptoms I've got match it, so I'm being tested for valley fever. So I didn't want to say it sounded a bit... Don't take this the wrong way, okay? This is a joke. Just a joke. But I said valley fever. That sounds a bit Welsh. Serves me right for sitting here, really. I mean, if I didn't want to be pulled about, I should have gone and sat over there. But the bail was here. I just thought it was a convenient place to come and have a chat. And being as I've done nothing else today, I've got to try and do something half interesting. So... Right, I'm going to just move, I think. Do you mind? There's one right in my ear hole. There's one right behind me. And I've got another one over here. It's actually, as long as they're not biting me, I know what word, it's actually quite nice just to sit here and talk to the cattle, even when they get really, really nosy. Oh yeah, and other news, before I forget it, Nicholas has rang me earlier today to tell me that our fertiliser is coming tomorrow around about midday-ish. So that's, so yeah. I'm being tugged about here, so I'm being eaten, chewed, tasted, tested, but it's okay. They're only going to chew. I don't think they're going to swallow. What? Everything has to be tasted, tested for texture, flavour, palatability. Can I swallow it and chuck it back up again and then swallow it again? Okay. If I was to sit there all night, by the morning, they'd have my overalls off of me, probably me fleece off of me. In fact, I'd probably be best part naked because they would have just chewed everything off of me. That's how bad cattle are. So this is why we sort of say when folks let off their party balloons, no, put them in the bin, don't let them fly off, because what they're doing to me now, they would do, if they came out here and they could get to that, they would chew all of that. And that's a bag of cable ties, a bag of gloves, an invoice book, a roll of silage tape, and a pair of gloves and part of a ratchet strap. All that, none of that would be there. That would be scattered all over the yard, chewed, and potentially swallowed, because they're that daft. aren't you? Yes, you are.